Hi everyone, here's a quick video on how to take a file that's been created in Canva and go ahead and use it in Adobe Illustrator and get it ready for screen printing or for direct-to-film DTF heat press. All right, well, let's start with this file right here that someone shared with us. So let's go ahead and check out how this file was made and if it's anything that we can use. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up real quick. Now, as we can see, they did it on kind of two pages, or I guess two artboards. Well, I'm going to go ahead and download it so we could bring it into Illustrator. So let's start by going up here to the share button, and I'm going to go to download. Now, there's two types of files that I prefer to work with. My preference is either go to PDF print, which is best for printing as it says right here, or it says SVG, which is a scalable vector graphics, which is what Adobe Illustrator files are. They're vector graphics. Now, sometimes you have to play with it. Sometimes I prefer this PDF print, sometimes the SVG. I just got to see how it works and I get different results. So let's go ahead. I'm going to start with this PDF print. So let's go PDF print. And in this case, I'm going to do these separately. I'm not going to do both files. I'm going to bring it in one page at a time. So let's just say current page, page one, click done, and let's go ahead and download. And it's going to pop up here at the top. It's working. Downloads. I'm going to not open up. I don't want, it is a PDF, so it's going to open up with Adobe Acrobat unless I tell it to open with something different. So let's go to my folder that it's in, which is my downloads, and this is the 2027 shirt. Right click, open with Adobe Illustrator. So let's bring it into, all right, so it looks like a nice large file here, but I'm going to zoom out a little bit and see what we got. So depending on the quality of the JPEG or PNG they use, so let's see how blurry or pixelated and see if it's going to be salvageable, if it's going to be usable. Let's click on this file. Well, right now this tells us the width is 52 inches. I believe from the start this was 5,000 by 5,000 pixels, which was actually a large file, which should work for us. And 52 inches, obviously we don't need it that big, but the larger the file, the better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of start piecing this apart. Now, let me Control Z. I'm going to first Alt drag, hold Alt key. I'm going to drag and make a copy and leave it up over here. So this is our original. I could always go back to it for reference, and I'm going to start playing around with this one right here. So I'm going first, let's do some right click. I'll release. Canva does some weird things. So it's either grouped or let me click on this again, or it puts into a clipping mask. It's going to take a while to maybe separate this. And we have all these random. What is this down here? I think this is a box that I'm going to just be able to hit delete on my keyboard. Okay, let's try again. Let's click on this. I'm going to right click ungroup. And let's check this out. Let's see if we have it separated now. Nope, it still has this whole, nope, it's all one group. Let's right click, release clipping mask again. Hey, okay, now we're making some progress. Everything is separated. Now let's zoom in and see. Look at this text. Actually, this text looks like it is vector. It's got this blue bounding box on it. Can we just change the color of this? Let's go to swatches. Swatches are empty right now, but I'm going to click on the bottom left and let's just go to default. I'm just going to go to art and illustration and let's give this a color. Nope, that's got a box around it. Let's right click, release this clipping mask. It adds these boxes. Can I change the color now? Nope. I might need to release clipping mask again, deselect, click on it again. Let's go. Oh, here we go. I click on it. It now shows black over here. So I can now let's go ahead and give it a fill color. Interesting. We might have to do some work on this, but I'm more concerned. We'll come back to the text here in a moment. I'm more concerned about this image right here. To be able to screen print, we actually need to have everything as a Pantone color. So let me go ahead and open up. Here's my Pantone swatches. The thing about Pantone swatches are, I'll click to this, is the computer sees it as a single color. And Pantones have this little white circle white triangle in the corner. So I need to take this and we're going to turn this into a vector object. So let's see what we can do. I'm actually just going to take just the car. We have it separated. We finally released compound path and ungrouped it enough to get everything separated. And let's see how well that we can, let's click on this image. You notice up top, there is no image trace up here. So it's still, we gotta probably release the compound path yet again. Release compound path, click on it again. No, release compound path yet again. Let's see if this is, okay. All right, so now we have, let's see, I'm gonna move this over here. Let me go Control A. Yep, see these were the compound paths. So I can delete those two boxes there and delete. Now we have this, and I know I have the image all by itself because it finally says image trace right here. I'm going to zoom into this a little bit, and let's check to see how well this, we might have enough pixels here to do a good image trace. I'm going to click image trace, and actually not bad. We can go Control Z. If you want to play with your image trace settings, go ahead and open up the image trace toolbar. And there's different settings by increasing or decreasing this threshold, different types, black and white, grayscale. Just play with these different options and you can get a better quality image trace. I'm going to go ahead and click image trace here. And once you image trace something, we're going to expand it. Now I'm going to right click, ungroup. I want to just get all of the pieces of the image trace. Now the way I'm going to do this real quick is I'm going to put it on its own layer. Let's go ahead and add a new layer. Now this car right here, I'm going to select it. Come to my layers toolbar, grab this and move it up to this layer, and I could turn everything else off. Visible, invisible. Now what that allows me to do is, check this out. I'm going to click on one of the black parts of the car. I'm going to go to select, same, fill color. Now that's going to grab everything that's black, as you can see, and I'm just going to move it off to the side right here, way over here. And let's double check. I'm going to go Control A. See, it's all of this stuff. This is all extra unnecessary stuff at the moment. So I'm going to just put this over here. If you want to keep it, you can. I'll go ahead and just give it, let's say, like a black stroke right now. We can come back to it if we need it, but this is really what I want right here. I'm going to group this now. So I separated all just the black pieces. Now I'm going to hit X on my keyboard, and you can see we can now switch this. Let's say they want this car to be navy. It is really easily editable. You click on it. You could change it to whatever you want because it is now vector, and it only has parts of the trace that we want. We don't need any of this extra stuff. But this we will actually now be able to use in our file. Now we can use this along with the text and create and change the colors as needed. But a little more work to do. But that's how you take a Canva file, download as PDF, and do what we need to do in Illustrator. Hope that helps.